Hey.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, welcome everybody. We are here tonight to see a special presentation of an amazing opportunity, an incredible array of products. And the man I'm going to introduce you to so he can kick this thing off is Don Johnson. Judy and I have got to know Don about a year ago. And what's interesting about tonight's presentation is that each of the gentlemen that will be speaking, they each own their own business. So in essence, they own multiple businesses. And I think the business they're going to be showing you tonight, each one of them would say is the one that they're the most excited about. So I see them shaking their head, yes. So without further ado, let me introduce everyone to Mr. Don Johnson. Don, take it away.
All right. I like what you said about that. John and I both own our own businesses, but if you ask John and anybody else that owns their own business, we don't own the business. The business owns us.
That's right.
You know, and that's why I like AVISAE, is because this is such a unique opportunity, and it is so easy that anybody can do it. But John Allen, he's an awesome guy. I met him, and he owns his own business, a trucking company. And I learned that he has his own trucking company, but he has a lot of different trailers where he can haul just about anything, anywhere, anytime. And it's just amazing what he can do. And he's just an awesome guy. And when we go to major functions, John is always willing and able to haul stuff back home for us when he's just got a pickup. He's an awesome guy, but this is a fantastic business. The products are great. They've really helped me a lot. And they've helped John tremendously in an emergency situation that he had, an operation. And he'll tell you about that. But I've had the same type of experiences with these products. They're amazing. So here's John.
All right. Thanks, Don. Yep. All right. Yeah, it's been an interesting journey since I've been involved with this company. I've been involved in similar companies in the past that I saw good potential in them, but then the deals always changed. And so that I was always kind of like, well, I'd get in, I'd dive in, I'd start working, and I'd see $10 or $20. And then, you know, down the road, 6 months or a year, things would change. And it's like, okay, never again, never again. Then a friend of mine, Steve Leathers, got a hold of me one day. He says, I want you to take a look at something. He says, I've dragged you through all kinds of other stuff, other businesses, other opportunities, and I want to let you check this out. Whether you want to do it or not, I just want your opinion on whether you think it's a good thing. So I'm like, all right, fine. And he didn't tell me really who was involved or anything, other than he said that I would see Rob Terrell. And I had known Rob from, approximately 20 years prior, before his plane crash and his whole situation. And so I went to this information meeting, and I walked in, and I hadn't seen Rob since way back, and I saw him. I was like, you must be Rob. So I told him who I was. Well, then I went into this meeting. There's not 30 people, 40 people, just a little hotel room. And then the guy that gets up to show the plan is Randy Haugen, who's like basically the #1 moneymaker in this type of an industry in the entire world, really. He's got this thing really figured out. And I'm like, oh, no. Rob's doing this. Randy's doing it. And then I heard some of the other people that I knew were good caliber people that were doing this. It's like, I'm going to have to look at this again. So I looked at this 2 or 3 times. Didn't even tell my wife I was doing anything different, but she knew with my trucking, my crazy hours and everything else, I needed to do something. And so finally I says, you know what, I'm getting in another business. She goes, if you say it's good, go for it. And so I got on board and just started running with it, and started seeing some more basically immediate turnaround as far as income coming back and returning the money that I had, which was a very small investment compared to my trucking business. With my trucking company, I've got, as Don was saying, I've got multiple trailers. Well, I've got 2 trucks and 5 trailers, and I'm the only driver. So that way, like right now, I've got a truck that just shut down on me Friday, and it's dead in the water until I get a wiring harness for it. Well, I have a spare truck, so I hooked that one on, but I've got, so I can haul material with my aluminum trailer, flatbed stuff, high side rock tub. I go California, I go wherever the work takes me, but it just kind of puts me in a different caliber. I'm basically an employee with a lot of investments. I'm going to see if my screen will open up here to where I can go to some information here. But anyway, so what I'm investing a lot of money. I got over $300,000 in the equipment so I can have a job. And see if I got the right screen here. It's taking a second to load up. But the only difference is if I don't like where my job is or who I'm working with, then I can go ahead and say, I'm not going to work for you anymore. And then I go find somebody else to work with. And this does not want to load up tonight. Come on, try this again. It normally pops right up. Anyway, I hope we don't run into snag here, Jeff. I might have to try the part of it from my phone and use my phone and my tablet here.
Stuff happens.
Yeah, I know it's here, but it's not coming open. You probably can see where I'm at right now, right?
No, we see your face frozen, John.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they always say don't make that face. You might freeze that way.
Sure.
Well, that's unusual. It's not. Well, let me try. Okay, let me try this one right here. Here we go. This might be what I'm gonna. Maybe this one will pop open.
Well, if you stay stuck, I'll open it from my end, John, and just go through it, and you can narrate it.
Okay, I think I've got it here. Let me see. It's trying to open up, I believe. Come on, open up.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
Usually works to kind of coax it and talk like that to it.
Yeah. Okay, now I can hit share. Maybe that'll make it.
Something's happening, John.
Hey, now can you see that? Is that on the screen there now?
It'll take a second, I think, to pop up, but we see a black screen right now.
Okay, it's on mine now. Am I unfrozen?
We're seeing your frozen picture, the one you put in when you're not doing video.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Which is okay, but we haven't seen your share screen. There we go. Now it's popped up.
Okay. Yeah, my video thing got crossed off, so I had to reactivate my video. Okay. So now you can see what's on my screen?
Yep.
All right. And then I'm down in the corner or somewhere on the screen?
You are.
All right. Now you can see whether I'm smiling or crying, right? So anyway, I started looking at this business opportunity, as it says right here on the screen, the Business Owner's Success System. Well, when I started my trucking company, my dad sold me my first truck. And so I'm like, I had driven for Dad. I'd driven for many other guys. I kind of managed their companies. But I didn't have a system that trained me how to be a successful trucking company. And I asked Dad, well, how do you do this? How do you do this? He said, figure it this way, this way, this way. And, basically 25% for wages, 25 for fuel, 25 maintenance, and put 25% in the bank. So when you have a breakdown, you got money. Well, about the time I took the truck from Dad, it cost about 35 to 40% for fuel. And I didn't pay myself, so I still had a little money to do maintenance and make payments. So it was kind of like jump right out of the frying pan into the fire and hope you can find a swimming pool to put the fire out. And so there was no system to train me. But when I saw this opportunity, this Business Owner Success System, which is part of this blue ocean opportunity that I want to share with you today, there's a system of successful business owners like Randy Haugen, Rob Terrell, Jan Hayball, Tyler Libby, and numerous people that have been doing this kind of industry for many years, and they really have this system figured out. And so they always say success breeds success. So I wanted to be successful. So it's like, all right, I'll let them teach me and show me what's going on. So the blue ocean opportunity is involving the AVISAE company and the corporation. AVISAE is French for torchbearer. And I don't know how they happen to come up with that particular name, other than it's a nice looking logo, and their main energy drink is torch, and it does a great job. I actually gave one to a homeless guy the other day, and he goes, "Oh, energy drink!" And boy, he about did backflips on the side of the road. And so I'm sure he would like to have more of that, but I only had one with me. So anyway, but blue ocean opportunities, a lot of people don't realize the difference between red ocean and blue ocean. So the red ocean is typically you're thinking inside the box. Well, we've always done it this way. It's a Bash's versus an Albertsons versus a Fry's, or Shell gas station against Mobil gas station, or whatever it may be. But they always do it this certain way, and they have very limited profit margins. And then there's always that chance of being robbed or people gassing up and driving off, and there goes your profit right out the door as they drive away. So it's a very competitive environment. With the blue ocean, you think outside the box. You think of like Southwest Airlines. They do things different than the other airlines. They bought a lot of the same airplanes instead of all the different types of airplanes, so the mechanics only have to be trained on one type of an airplane. It makes it simple to just have all the same parts on the shelf and keep the planes going. You have Uber and some of these other companies. They do things totally different. Instead of being a typical taxi company, they're just using independent people that are independent contractors for them. They line up the customers and they do the whole pay deal. And they're doing a lot of things that just aren't your typical stuff it in a box, and that's the way we've always done it. And by doing that with the blue ocean opportunity, you have unlimited income potential. I know with my trucks, when I go out and I haul a load of rock or work for somebody for a day, when I get done, I sign out, I go home, and they pay me when I'm done, and that's all I get paid. Now, if I could go out and deliver a load of rock, and then for the next every month for the rest of my life, I get another $10 off of that load of rock. It'd be pretty expensive for them for a load of rock. That'd be good income for me. And the same, and so if I had that unlimited income potential as a trucking company, then I would, I could really be making a good living as a truck driver and truck owner. But that doesn't happen that way. But what we're doing is using a system that gives you unlimited potential from a referral business that keeps other people involved in the same system, and they're making money. And that's what Uber and PayPal and Netflix, some of these where you get your referrals, you get so much money, but they just don't do it unlimited. They have limited personal income. All right. There's a guy named Robert Kiyosaki that lives up in Scottsdale, Arizona, or at least he did. I'm not sure if he's still there, but he wrote a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which became a top bestseller in a very short amount of time because of industries like this where people are wanting to learn how to be better parents, be better business owners, even be better employees, just better people all around. Well, in another book that he wrote, Cash Flow Quadrant, is what's on the screen here, it talks about the red side, which would be the red ocean, and the blue side, which is the blue ocean side. With the employee, that's 95% of the population. Well, way back in the 40s, 30s, 40s, maybe the early 50s, 90% of the population owned their own business, 10% worked for them or the government. And as time went, well, the farms started to collapse as the farming was struggling. Industry went up with the factories and automation and all that. So more people moved to the city. Well, within just a very, very short few years, it flipped over to where 10% of the people owned their own businesses and 90% were the ones, I guess, I don't know if I said that right. Yeah, 95% used to own their businesses, and now it's flipped over to where 90% work for the government or the few business owners. So everybody's in that employee mentality where I'll trade my time for my money, and when I went on vacation, hopefully I have a paid vacation or some paid time off, sick leave, and all that kind of stuff. Well, as a self-employed, as I am down in the bottom corner of this quadrant, if I don't hold the steering wheel, start the truck, and drive, my income stops. Now here about Memorial Weekend, so that was only just a short 2 months ago, I was supposed to be in the truck at 5 in the morning. I woke up at 4 o'clock like somebody stabbed me in the gut, and I had a ruptured appendix. And so I ended up in emergency surgery, as Don had referred to. And so I went through all the surgery stuff, and never in my life have I ever had surgery or been in the hospital other than to visit people. So it kind of just shut my business right down. I was fortunate I had a couple friends that were able to jump in and drive and cover a couple of my loads for me to keep a little bit of this stuff going. But basically, my income stopped. So being self-employed, my system is me. I work, I know how to do what I do and take care of the customers I take care of. But when I'm not there, my system stops. Whereas you get to the blue side of this quadrant, you have the business owner. People that own, say, maybe 2, 3, 4 McDonald's or multiple Wendy's or, thrifty ice cream places. That would be a good one to own. I'd probably eat all my profits. So then you have people that are business owners, which is only 5% of the population. Now they make 95% of the money, where the other side is only making 5% of the money. And you work for 45 years or 50 or 60. They keep moving the retirement age up to 65, 70. And by the time I get there, I might have to be 90 before I can retire. I don't know. But I want to be on the blue side, where you can have the money that comes in, and the money is your tool instead of using your tools to try and make money. And when you have the money where you come across an incredible deal, you can buy that vehicle that you've always wanted, and you don't have to make payments on it. They do take cash when you want to buy stuff. They kind of look at you funny because they want financing because they can make a lot more money. But when you have that business mentality and the ownership mentality, you're looking to make the best value for your buck as you can. Now, down in the very bottom corner, you have the investors. That's a very small percentage of people, even within that business owner side. Those are the people that really know how to make money work for them. They're buying properties, they get them paid off, they have collateral, they have leverage. They can do a lot of different things with their money and go a lot further through life and not have all the things just waiting for failure to take it away from them. When we get out of high school, I knew that I always wanted to take over the farm for my dad back in Pennsylvania. Wanted to do that. I just loved being on the farm. Well, I was 19, and Dad decided we're moving to Arizona, and he's told me a couple different times, he said it was too much work for me to do it by myself. He says, you would have made it work, but you would have worked and worked and worked and worked. He knew because he did that. And then we were finally getting old enough to help him, but he was tired of dealing with rain, mud, snow, and all that stuff and trying to milk the cows. So when we moved and I had an opportunity to travel with singing groups, do a lot of different things, well, then my dreams start to come up. Hey, I'd like to go back to Switzerland. I'd like to go to South America, places that I'd been where we just blasted through and did concerts. I'd like to go back. Well, I'm tied to my truck. I can make a decent living with my truck, but if I want to take a trip to Europe now, it costs a lot of money, and I'm not going to go for 3 days. If I'm going to go, I got to make it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, make it worth the time. Well, so now I go ahead and I shrink the dream of going and taking my family to Europe and show them the Swiss Alps and the places where I've been in the past were just beautiful. Switzerland basically has no dirt roads. I would have never believed it had I not seen it. Even the little trails between the fields that go all the way up to the mountain where their little Swiss chalets are for the summertime where they take the sheep, everything is paved. And I'd like to take my kids there, but it takes a lot of money to fly 6 of us over there and to stay for 3 weeks. So we can't do it. So we make a little trip to San Diego and spend a few hours in the car and then come back in 2 days, 3 days. So we have to figure out ways to expand our income so we can achieve whatever the dreams are that we want. And sometimes just being able to go to the grocery store and buy what you want without having a whole pocket full of coupons and spending a half an hour at the register trying to get all the coupon value you can. So for sometimes the dream would be just go in there and buy what you want to buy, put it in the cart, go home, throw that steak on the grill, and don't worry about it if part of it fell down into the fire and you had to feed it to the dog. So with the AVISAE Corporation, we have this, it's kind of like a 3-legged stool. You can see in the one part here we have the AVISAE logo. That's the product side of our corporation, of our business. They've spent years developing different products from hydration balance. I'll go over that in just a moment. Here are some of the different slides. So that's the product side that stands behind the products that we need to make us healthy. So and the healthier we are and the more we can help other people be healthy, the more chance of being wealthy, because we work together to develop wealth. You also have the BOSS system, as you see there, and that's the business owner success system that's teaching us. It's the tools. It's like this slide presentation. It's audios. It's different things that teach us how to be successful. And then at the bottom, you have the legacy. Looks like a little lighthouse with a little flame there. That's legacy investments. As I make money in my trucking company, I have to find somebody, a friend of mine that works for an investment company or whatever, and say, well, here's $50 or here's $1,000. Help me make money with it. Well, I have to pay him, and so of that I don't make a lot. And if I don't have enough money, I can't get his time either. Well, with this investment mentor that's in here, he's become the third leg of our stool, as we would say, to keep it balanced. So as the corporation, the products, the system work together, we start making an income. The advisors for our investment strategies, they will teach us and help us to learn how to make our money make more money and do it in a safe investment way, so we keep the money so we don't lose it. Now, the thing that wraps the whole thing around is the AVISAE Business Owners Association, or the board of directors, and that's what ties the whole thing together, and that is made up of independent business owners such as myself, as Jeff, everybody that's on this audio or this Zoom meeting right now is part of this business. We all have the opportunity, as we develop a business, to be on the board to make sure that the deal that we tell people, it stays there and it doesn't get changed, like it has happened in other industries when I've been involved, and several of these people have been as well. Now, the thing that makes the product so amazing is AVISAE. You can see how their goal is to go reduce the cost, increase the value, and like you go to Costco, you can buy a whole big shopping cart full of toilet paper, and it's better priced than going buying a 2-pack or 4-pack at Walmart, even though Walmart's a pretty good price. So they reduce the cost by giving you volume. Well, here they're reducing the cost by trying to do the volume, but because they're increasing the value, they become a house of brands, not a branded house. Some people, they'll buy Cadillac everything, or Nike sneakers, Nike shirts, Nike shorts. They're stuck on a brand. But this is quality, health and wellness, skincare, vitamins, shampoos, things that we need that are very value innovative, and it makes this system work really well. And when you go to Walmart, they don't give you money because you bought something. They don't keep paying you, oh, you came in last week, here's your residue or residual money to keep coming in, coming in, and coming in. So now, let's see. I guess that kind of says all that, but this is just a sample of some of the products. The hydration that's on the left screen there, that is a little satchel tea bag thing, and Jeff mentioned that he has that in his drink right now at the start of the meeting. That is an incredible way of keeping you hydrated to help prevent cramps in your legs and help you stay hydrated. And living in Arizona with the heat, that's a major thing. I know people that work in the air conditioning industry up in attics and stuff, they really notice a difference, or athletes and stuff. They've got Activate. That's amazing. I've through the years, I would drink some Gatorade, some Powerade when I'm working on my truck out there in the heat, just running out of water. I go fill it up, and I felt like I needed 5 gallons of water to wash the Gatorade down, and I felt like I was still thirsty. And this past summer, I was out working on my truck, putting tires on, and out there's 113 and just running out of water. It's like, oh, okay, I'm done. I'm going home. Got home, mixed up an Activate. It's like, oh, man, that was good. And I drank a second one. It's like, oh, that one was good. I was instantly rehydrated. The rest of the night, I drank my normal glass of water, just kind of sip and fill it through the night, and I didn't feel like I needed 5 gallons of water. The nutrients, the vitamin B, the things that they put in it, gives you energy and puts it right back in. I mentioned earlier Torch, that's over on the right, meal replacement, anti-aging, joint relief. There's a lot of products. I tend to start having a little bit of arthritis in my knees sitting in the truck so much. And before they start coming out with some of these other products that were in the Love Your Gut system, all I was taking was the anti-aging and the joint relief. And about a month and a half, 2 months in, I didn't even think about it. Also, my knees really pretty much quit hurting. And over time, they don't even hurt anymore. So just the joint relief and the anti-aging made quite a difference on when I'm sitting in the truck for all those hours. And I try and get out and stretch, and so I don't just sit there and lock up. So those products are totally amazing. Here's some different pictures. The meal replacement and the combination that they put together, there's people having amazing success on weight loss. Now I've lost some weight after my surgery. Now Jeff made a comment here after my surgery that it's the weight loss program with the appendix removal plan. So I lost 25 pounds. And I use my meal replacement in the truck with me. I have a shaker. I take full of ice, and then by the time the ice is melting ready for water, I dump it in the powder, shake it up, and I drink that for one of my meals a day. And I've only put about 2 or 3 pounds back on now that I'm kind of stabilized from surgery, which is good because I wanted to lose weight anyway. It just came off a little differently than I planned. And for some people, if they're running too light, it actually has helped them gain weight. I've never seen a meal replacement or a meal shake of any type that was designed to let your body go where it needs to be. And they're always weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. Well, this is designed, your body knows where it needs to be. And so some people need to gain weight, some people need to lose weight, some people just need to maintain. And my kids love the flavor. We've thrown the blender, throw fruit in with it, makes amazing shakes as well. The shampoo, as you can see, I need that really bad. Shampoo, the skincare, I like the Refine that's over on the left side there. I use that around my eyes and stuff. You know, being out in the sun as much as I am driving and out and around the truck and everything else. Just using it, using my fourth finger, as the ladies would attest, you can't use too much pressure. That has probably taken 50 to 60% of my wrinkles and stuff away around my eyes. All I have to do is look at my dad and then my uncle, who has since passed away. They were out same as me, and they have a whole lot more wrinkles than I do. So I can see that one is working for me. And the two in the middle, I use that for the lotion and stuff for my face. Of course, I can use that since I don't need as much shampoo. I can put that right over the top. And my sunburn, if I'm out in the sun, it settles it right down quick, and I haven't had a lot of peeling or anything. So it's an amazing product. And there's just some other successful pictures. And I never did happen to take a before photo where my wrinkles were, but I would imagine mine was probably like the top right there, where before and after, I probably eliminated that many wrinkles on my face. So that's a good thing. Make me look younger than I am. Got the lush lips and that lash. Now I know Jennifer, my sister-in-law, she's had a story about how that's helped her eyelashes come back in, and after cancer and treatments and stuff like that. I use the Lush lips. I was typically always chewing on chapstick. I carry one in my pocket all the time. I'm always rubbing it on. Well, the Lush lips is designed to stick in there and protect your lips. Because being out in the sun, the wind, the weather, I normally chapped. I'm always sitting there picking skin off my lips, and I'm going down the road and finding dry skin. But I hardly find anything coming off now. And even the military in Colorado has found it. It's the only thing that'll really hold up to the severe elements when they're out there doing their training as well. And then there's just pictures of different people, how it plumps your lips or whatever, but I don't know that mine plump, but that's okay. The Torch Energy drink, I mentioned that a little bit. It's made with coconut water. I've got one lady that she has tried the different energy drinks like the Monster, and I don't even know all the names of them because I don't drink their stuff. But she would, because of the sodiums and stuff, she's had several surgeries. Now I don't even know exactly how many, where they've taken little spots out of her stomach with laser. But a lot of those other energy drinks and different things that they take, they are so high in sodium, her stomach just explodes. And she could drink this and her stomach doesn't give her one bit of problem. Same way with the Activate and stuff. So we got the sodium down and made with the coconut water and stuff. It's designed to keep you healthy and energy and not giving you heart problems and stuff like some of these other drinks have been known to do. This is just referring back to the BOSS system again. As I've already mentioned, we've got audios and videos and different things so that you can learn how these products work, how you can share them with everybody else. We have apps that you can just send to customers, to friends, to whatever. They can check out the products. They can shop on their own and they have special deals. They can get their own, be a preferred customer, or they can come on board as a AVISAE Blue like we are and develop the business side of it and still make the money and have the products as well. I mentioned Randy Haugen earlier. Randy and Valerie, amazing people. If you walked up to him at Walmart, you would think he's just another average guy like me. He's going to go out and jump in his pickup and go to work somewhere. But Randy and Val, they have amazing mentorship ability, leadership ability. Audios are just, every time you listen to them, it's like, wow, I never thought of that. And they just ooze with information that gives you incredible teaching and training. And then when you meet them face to face, they would be just sitting like right here and having a conversation with you, and they don't look down at you or anything. They're there to help you succeed, because this system is so nice, because the more we help other people succeed, the more we succeed. So back to that, success breeds success. The passive income, there's share programs. There's several different ways to be making money in this. But the neat part is, if I had this business up to, say I was making $5,000 a month, and I had said, you know what, I'm going to park my truck. I'm not going to work anymore, or I'm only going to haul for D now. And and I was going to basically just say, you know what, I'm going to quit. And if I had a situation that, like I just did with my appendix, and I couldn't go out and do anything with this business for 6 months, that money would still be there every month, whether I was there or not. And if I could just make a phone call or do a Zoom meeting like this, I could be a part of it to still grow without being, I could be laying in a bed if I had to. I don't want to be, but with my trucking company, I don't have that passive income. So there's all these different ways that this thing will help you develop money that you know will continue coming in for your generation, your kids' generation, and on down the line. And it can allow you to chase and achieve a lot of dreams and goals that it's almost impossible to do in other ways, in other businesses. The Business Owners Association, as I mentioned, they show all the people sitting around the circle. That could be you. You know, I don't know if where you work, if they say, hey, we need some people on the board and we want your opinion on it. Well, that might happen. Sometimes they want your opinion. It doesn't mean they're going to take it for anything. But in this case, if you're one of those people sitting on that board as you develop your business, you can have an input on, yeah, this is working really good. We should look at changing this. And you can make sure that you have an influence on making sure that the business stays the way you develop it so that it doesn't go away and you don't have to worry about losing all that you've worked for. I mentioned the limited referral plans before with Uber and Dropbox and all these. They are making literally millions and billions of dollars in a very short amount of time, because everybody's, you know, how many times you go watch a movie? It's like, oh man, that, you know, Wonder Woman, that was a crazy, amazing movie. You got to go see it. Well, you didn't get any money. They didn't give you a ticket so you can go watch another movie. Well, Netflix and all these other ones, they're saying, hey, you referred them, I'll give you $10. I'll give you $20. You get that one-time referral. Unless you keep referring everybody every day, every month, you can make a decent money, but if you quit referring, that money stops. And they aren't going to say, hey, here for the next 20 years, we're going to give you residual money. So very limited on what you can do in those kind of situations. So our Blue Ocean opportunity gives you the unlimited. Oh, it didn't quite slide off the screen. There we go. All right, there we go. Oops, I think I went one screen too far. All right, back up. Am I still there?
You're still on, John. It's a black screen right now, but you're still there.
There we go. Let me go forward again. That one, there we go. So with us, with our AVISAE plan, the more we help each other, the more we all make. And so it's just continues on and on, like I've mentioned earlier, that whatever income you develop, whether you want to make $500 a month or $50,000 a month, the potential is there. It takes work, but everybody's going to work and trading time for money. I would rather trade a few minutes, a few hours here and there, referring something to somebody else that they can develop a business. They can have incredible products to help their health situation. And I know because of all the products that I took coming out of my surgery, I healed up basically a month and a half ahead of schedule. They figured it'd take me a month and a half, 2 months to be back up and running. In 12 days, I was off of the machine they gave me. And another week, I was done with bandages. I was basically healed up, and I was back to work full time. And they were just totally amazed. But they haven't all looked at the plan yet on all this business opportunity and the products as well. The referral incomes come in so easily. We do this pick for you, and with a loud noise there. So we got you, and then you refer to 3 people, or 4 or 5 or 6. But for the example, we show 3. But what you're developing is what they call quicksilver by sharing the opportunity with Bob, Sue, Julie, whoever it may be. You can see on the chart here where you'll get a certain amount of money back just by getting them started in a business. Well, I noticed that right off the bat. When I got started, I got in at the Elite Kit, and within very short amount of time, enrolling other people, I had all my investment back. A matter of, I guess, of maybe 2-3 months, I had my investment back, plus money I had already started making. My trucking company, I spend $130,000 on a truck. I pay for it for 5 years. And when I get all done, it's worth $10,000, $15,000, $18,000, and hopefully it's not all wore out. And now maybe I can start seeing a return on my investment. It's made a living, but it's been burning money. Well, here you can share the opportunity. They share the opportunity, and you start to develop an income that keeps on coming in. And so what they call is a quicksilver, or this Q3, is by helping 3 people share the same concept with 3 people. It's very duplicatable. That nucleus right there, and based on a loyalty order system of 100 points, which is very simple. My family, with the 6 of us, we do 600, 700, 800 points basically every month. So we have no trouble doing 100 loyalty points. And so, if you're taking your vitamins, you're taking your probiotics, the things to help your gut, there's no reason you can't easily do 100 points. And so by setting that up, there's $500 a month, and then you duplicate that again and again. You can easily go on to make 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000. Now here's a breakout of a chart, part of this unlimited referral, as you keep duplicating that. I'm zooming this in. I don't know if that zoomed for you. Did it zoom?
Yes.
Yep, that did. Okay. So as you go down a few different levels here, as you get all the way down to the end of, I don't have my readers. Okay, 10 levels. That shows $157,800 a month. Now, I work hard all year long. In my really good years, I've gotten between $250,000 and $500,000 in an entire year. Now, that means I kept about $60,000 for my own paycheck. Everything else went up the pipe in fuel burn, tires, insurance, maintenance, all the stuff. Well, here you have basically no investment. You have products that make you healthy. So if you did this exactly the way this little chart shows it, doing the building blocks of the Quicksilver, $157,800 a month, I think I could afford to take my family to Europe and stay for a year. But I figured, well, if I even really messed up and did this totally wrong and only got 10% right, I could handle $15,000 a month. So it's like, well, shoot, I can just follow the system and try and be a good student. And this is just a kind of a different breakout of the same thing. And you can see where you do it in 8 levels. You got a $1,500 a month, you got $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month. So you can choose how much money you want to make. Then you decide how hard you want to work, or how many people you want to share the idea with, how many people you want to help them get healthy. And then they decide, gee, I want to share it with somebody, other people that want to get healthy. It's a very duplicatable system. I got lots of stories of little kids that are using the products, probiotics and stuff, that have been on feeding tubes their whole life. And because of this, they've been able to have improvement in their health. And so there's several stories that I can tell you about, but due to time constraints, I'm not going to go down that trail. I can give you that information another time. There's different launch kits in which you can get your businesses started, anywhere from basically $299 to $300 to $1,300. Some of the product, all of the product. There's a lot of different ways to get going, and you can start your business and share the idea, and you make your money back very quickly. So it comes back to, what do you want to do? Is your life where you're at now, the job that you're involved in, whatever it is, whether you're a truck driver like myself, truck owner, or you're working for Motorola, Intel, working in Walmart, working at a gas station, wherever it is the job that you're in now providing the lifestyle that you want? If not, what are you going to do? What are you going to look at? What other options do you have to change your life, change your income, change the friends that you're hanging around with, whatever it may be, that would allow you to go to Europe, be able to go to San Diego, be able to go to the Grand Canyon, not even have to be at work, and you can go to your kids' play at school or go to their dance recitals, whatever it is. Everybody has a different dream, a different goal. So you have to think, is where I'm at now providing what I need? Is it going to get me where I need to go? If it isn't, what am I going to do different? And if I'm going to do something different, is it going to be successful? Or do I need to find a system such as this one here that has people that are incredibly able and willing to teach us how to develop a business and work together so that we can all lift each other up? The old saying, a rising tide raises all ships, except for the Titanic. That one won't come up. So anyway, get back with whoever invited you to this meeting tonight, and any questions you have, they can answer them. They'll get you in touch with somebody that can if they don't have the answer. But this is an incredible opportunity. So come aboard and let's get healthy and wealthy.
Good job, John. So are you going to do a stop share screen? Can you do a stop share screen?
I just
There
did.
we go. And now, John, you want to introduce Mr. D. Adams?
All right. Well, D's another truck rock yard owner that I've known for years, and I actually haul rock for his yard. And that's why I made reference earlier. Maybe I could get to where I'm making enough money. I could just work for nobody except for bring a load of rock for D once in a while. And but so anyway, so when I shared this opportunity with him, because I know he's a go-getter, he's a ball of fire, and you get him on something, he's like a dog with a chew toy that you just can't get out of his mouth. He sinks in, he digs in, and he's ready to share this with anybody that's breathing and kicking him. And if he could get him up out of the ground, he'd probably do that too. But so anyway, well, here's D. Adams. Take it away, D.
Well, thanks, John. Am I on okay with you?
Yep,
You're there.
Okay, right on. Thank you, Don, very much for your time, and Jeff for your time, and John for your time. I appreciate it. See, the neat part about this opportunity is we get to associate with people that want to get ahead in life. Doesn't matter what level you are in life right now. If you want to get ahead, learn from somebody that is doing it. Learn from somebody that's been successful. That boss system in there, that we can learn from people that have actually seriously made the big money, the money that we all fantasize about. You know, the money like when we go to Disneyland with our 22 grandkids like I have, and you come home when you are tired of being there, not when your paycheck says you have to come home and get back in the truck. See, there's a huge difference there. You just have to ask yourself, am I going to learn how to make enough money to have the lifestyle to share with the loved ones that I have? It's your option. It's your choice in life. So if where you're headed is giving you that, then man, I cheer for you. But if you want more out of life and the time to go with it, then learn from people that are doing it. See, the key part of this that's cool about it is this weekend, we get to learn from some people that are really, really putting this thing together. So Saturday evening, you need to spend time with us. Get a hold of the person that shared this with you and say, what are you doing Saturday night so I can learn more about this thing? Saturday night from 6 to 9, I'm telling you, will knock your socks off. You need to be there. If you even care at all about where your future's going, you need to be there to get a bigger picture, vision of what this is all about. Because I'll tell you one thing, if you don't like where you're headed, you better change directions. And there's a lot of people like all of us that we're talking tonight that are going to have more out of life because we're willing to learn from people that have done it. That's the key. See, nobody ever taught me in the trucking business how to do it. It was trial and error. And a lot of times it's I threw a lot of money on the table on the ground and ran over it and burned it, you know? So now I'm learning from somebody successful, and that's what I like about it. And thank you, Jeff, for your time. Have a wonderful evening.
Well, thanks everybody for tonight. And I don't know, Jan Hayball, are you still there?
I don't know. It says he's there, but I don't see him.
I don't see him. Jan wanted to be in the meeting tonight so we could see how we do our meetings. And but I wanted to thank everybody for being on tonight. And Jan, what's really neat is we're going to have Hayball and Tyler and other folks, you know, popping into our meetings from time to time and doing the bulk of the meeting. Or I was doing that, Jenny. Doing the bulk of the meetings, or doing the cap off or the introduction. So we're just going to keep involving more and more of the leaders and the people who are successful at building in these presentations, so we can get used to inviting people from all over the country to these meetings. I think I don't know if Jan was in a position to hear me or not or answer, but I just saw him moving around. So I'm going to see if I can take him off of mute.
Yeah, is that good?
Jan, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello? Yep, I can hear you. Awesome, you guys. You did an awesome job. That was really good, John.
Well, thank you.
Jeff, good stuff. I just on my way up to Randy's to watch Lone Survivor. Well, anyway, whatever he's got for us to watch and talk. So.
Well, we're all jealous of that, obviously.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Well, what we're trying to do, Jan, with these Monday night Zoom meetings is we're trying to get people experience at showing the plan and introducing and capping off the plan, and then bringing guests in, prospects to see the business. So every week we get a little bit different flavor from people's life experiences in terms of how they see the business and what what their dreams are and how they see it, what their perspective is. So it's a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to you helping us out with one of these here shortly.
Okay. Well, I'm in. Might be a little different format on the plan, but I'll tell you this: I love that plan John did. That was good, and it's good to see him up and talking, and it's good to be seen when you went through what he went through. That's for sure.
Okay.
That's for sure. Yep.
That's true.
You're good, wild man.
I don't know if John mentioned this, but he said the doctors told him he kind of holds the world record right now for recovery from that kind of surgery. So he really popped back, and I think John probably attributes a lot of his comeback from all the AVISAE nutritional products he's been taking.
Yep.
He recovered very, very quickly from an extremely serious surgery.
Well, I'll say, sure. I've known a couple of people that had their appendix burst, and it is not a good thing. It's a lot of times, you can pass away from that one. That's for sure. It'll take you right down to death, if not death. So that's good you're with us here, John.
That's for sure. I'd rather be stomping daisies than pushing daisies.
there was probably a time you wanted to go away.